Hey, it's Alex. I'm here with Mayur, who's a relatively new member in BMI. He's been a member for 6 months. And yeah, I actually invited him to do this interview for the website because of his good results. Like he's really been crushing it in terms of sales. Um, and he has such an interesting story because he still has a day job. So Mayur, what has been your result in business for the month of November? We're now December 4th, I think, or 5th. What about November? How did it go for you?
So yeah, Alex, I'll say in November I hit 36K in revenue, and in terms of profit, it's let me plot the numbers. Sorry, I'm just gonna look towards my screen on the left-hand side. Profits, it's around 19,000. So not
Wow,
too bad.
that's really good. Like it's your first half year in business. Were you doing anything in terms of freelancing or business before that?
No,
You weren't? Okay.
no.
And so this is you have a day job as a developer, I think, right?
Yeah. So uh, I always wanted to do business, so I always like try to keep up on. I just try to read documentation and like just to understand how things are done. But yeah, I don't have any real, I'd say real business experience where I have this level of success. I have tried in the past, but nothing to this level.
Interesting, interesting. And what have you tried in terms of business in the past?
And just things which are not like software related. Things are like
Okay.
yeah, so not non like import export type stuff and friends
Ah,
and but yeah, but we didn't have the structure right that we have in
mm.
BMI. So that's the
and
thing. Yeah. Sorry.
and did you so you did import export as a trial? You tried that as a business. Did you have any
Mm,
sales experience before
no.
BMI?
No, none whatsoever. Like I didn't know how to get leads, didn't know how to like close people in sales process. Just basically generating be able to generate revenue and find new customers. I didn't know that process, right? Probably the delivery sides, sourcing, whoever I was trying to sell, how to find those products and pricing strategy, all those type of things I could do. But the actual like creating the demand, the business side, so having actual customers that are paying for your service, I didn't know how to do that properly.
Mm, interesting how that went. So you went basically from having a job your entire life and
Mm,
supporting yourself and your family through that,
mm,
and now you have still the day job and part time. You're running this business that after it's just hitting month 6 right now, not the 6th month, but it's hitting the 180-day mark, I believe, right?
yeah,
Just
correct.
about now, as we checked it a few minutes ago. And now it's the number was almost 40,000 in revenue with a 50% profit margin,
Yeah, yeah,
right? Yeah,
correct.
yeah.
That's correct.
And the signed contract, so if you don't count just the collected, but if you count signed contracts, then it's even more. It's like close to 50, I think, right?
Yeah, 48,000 on site
Yeah,
contracts.
USD. All right,
USD.
awesome. Well, congratulations. These are really good results. So how did you, what's been your experience in BMI? For some reason, I thought you've been a member for 4 months, but it's been 6 already. So what's
Yeah.
been your experience in BMI in those 6 months?
So basically, what happened is, can I state? So basically, I didn't get into. So I'm a Java developer initially.
Yep.
So my initial service was to get into Java development, but I found that maybe because it was too early on in my process that I couldn't I didn't know what I was doing. So basically, I switched to something a bit more fast paced and a bit more and very high demand, which
Mm.
is blockchain. So yeah, so I was struggling a bit in the beginning, but then I switched to blockchain development, and then I was able to yeah, fast track our growth. So blockchain is a very exploding sector. There's a lot
Mm.
of demand, and yeah, sorry, I'm digressing. Can you repeat the question again? Sorry. Can you
No, it's
provide me some
good. And
structure?
but
Sorry.
where did you get the idea from of switching from Java, which is your expertise, to blockchain? Where did you get this idea from? What is it
I,
based on?
Oh, so basically, it was basically in a BMI actually. So in BMI, I posted a poll. We have a Facebook group in BMI, so I posted a poll in there, and just asked like, hey guys, just asked our business network what are the most high demand niches we have in one of the first funnels that we get into in BMI.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So and yeah, that's it. So what one of the instructors posted, who's which we one of the instructors posted.
So basically, you joined BMI, you've learned sales, you've learned lead generation,
Yeah,
you've learned which service to sell based on our data right now.
yeah,
Very good that you did your own research as well by polling people. Did you start with a different one before you did blockchain in BMI? Did you do Java first or what?
yeah,
I
yeah.
don't remember actually.
Yeah, exactly. So I initially joined BMI as a Java developer, looking to do Java and essentially not Java. Java is my tech stack, but which I would like to build stuff with. But what I wanted to do is build like MVPs and SaaS applications, for example, and do
Mm.
development for those things, right? But
Hmm.
yeah, that was my initial service. So maybe in the future I might come back to it. Maybe attack it from a different problem with the experience that I gained from working from doing well in this niche I'm in now.
I think all the experience, I mean, you're like in your 30s right now. I think all
Yeah,
the experience you've had as a developer, in multiple industries we're going to be able to leverage because there's a lot of um, synergy between those, right? Like if you can build
yeah,
a serious platform,
yeah,
but you also understand blockchain, that's huge, man.
yeah,
Like those projects are above $100,000 if you find the right ones for sure, or sometimes seven figures if it's a big multinational company they want to get into blockchain. You know, that's a big project, and
yeah,
that's your experience as well. So we can do a lot of stuff with that as well. And we're using now with you, we're using um, small like platforms to generate leads, but we can use anything. We can contact any business and
mhm,
close any business of any size, basically. And I think we discussed that as well. I think you outsourced or you have a partner now for sales as well, right?
yeah,
So who has corporate sales experience? Yeah, we can leverage that hardcore. Now that we know that, we can leverage that hardcore for your business as well, in my opinion. But anyway, so um, and how many mentors have you spoken to in BMI overall who own a business like this?
So I spoke to Stan, and
Mm.
he runs a mobile app development business. He's doing really well. So I spoke to him, and he's the one that's actually answered to the poll that I posted up into the group.
Oh wow,
So
okay.
yeah, spoke with Damiano as well. So
Mm.
yeah, so I spoke to Damiano. He helped me a little bit. Spoke to Lucas as well. A lot with Lucas. Spoke a lot with
Ready? Yeah.
Ryan. Yeah, credit. Yeah, spoke a lot with credit. Spoke with Ryan as well. Ryan and also Josh Epple for the
Mm.
sales process. So now like I'm charging. I'm basically doing the so initial call and try to pitch for a discovery and then once do a discovery session which we've got our own which I should post up into the group actually like our own process which can actually
Mm.
quite accurately estimate custom development jobs. So 3 months
Interesting.
up, yeah. So
Yeah, that sounds very interesting. Yeah, I think we had a lot of people who tried to develop a process like that. Some of them
yeah,
succeeded. A lot of people also failed. Custom development project estimation is extremely I think you posted about it once actually,
yeah,
didn't
I
you?
did, yeah, I did, yeah.
Yeah,
So
that's
so
very interesting.
so I think the trick is to make it interactive with the customer. So
Mm.
we use Miro, this application called Miro. It's like a
Yes.
whiteboarding tool, right?
Yep. Yep.
And essentially we adapted the in agile processes. We've got this
Mm.
thing called story points. So we've kind of changed it to fit like 2-3 month development projects. So it,
Interesting.
yeah. So essentially, sorry, I won't go on too much, but
No, it's
you
whatever. I mean, I get the idea. Yeah. So you've
yeah,
developed a new process for custom
yeah,
project estimation, which is extremely freaking difficult, and you have your own process with a visualized model, right?
correct, yes, exactly
Because
that.
that's I think what Miro is for, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if we go in more details, people won't know what the hell we're
Yeah,
talking
yeah,
about.
that's right.
You could
That's
definitely
right.
share it in BMI though. That sounds super interesting, actually. If you
No,
want, you don't have to. So, what were your doubts before you joined BMI? Like, did you think, oh, what are these guys like? Is this real, or like, what were your doubts?
it just like because I don't know. I always wanted to do something in tech,
Mhm.
but I didn't know how to do it. So I just started to like use YouTube as a way just to these YouTubers post, maybe
Educate.
have some sort of like educate myself a bit. And yeah, so from that I found yourself, Alex, in that, and
Mhm.
I find your videos quite informative. And I thought, okay, this guy, may not know every, he may not have, he may not be a developer, but he knows something. Like there's something going on with
Oh, you
him.
could tell I wasn't a
Yeah,
developer. Oh shoot. No,
no,
I'm obviously not a developer. I'm a business person. Yeah, of course. Yeah.
yeah, but the thing is like the things you were saying were quite to the point. It was weird,
Mhm.
like you're talking from experience, but may not be owned, but from others. So I'm thinking this guy must have something, right? So that's how I
In terms of the
contacted
technical knowledge, not from my own experience, mostly. Yeah, it's true.
you. So yeah, so that's it really. So yeah, I thought, you know what, let me just take a risk because there's something I wanted to do, and I was tired just doing 9 to 5s, like day jobs, and
So you thought, oh, these people aren't developers, but maybe they know something. That's
yeah,
kind of what
exactly,
was going on.
yeah,
And
exactly that.
how did you like resolve that for yourself when you thought like, oh, these people are not developers. I don't know if I should trust them. Like, how did you resolve that? How did you get to realize that maybe that's okay, and maybe you want us to learn from me and the others?
Um, I guess like I guess I wasn't. I guess I'll focus on the problems that I wasn't good at. So that's like sales and lead generation. Like
Hmm.
I thought
Hmm.
to myself, if this person is talking technology, and he must have developed some sort of sales process to generate to generate that revenue, which in order to have a business, right? So I thought, to be honest, it was just a punt. I'll be honest, it was like, oh, you know what? I'll just what I've got nothing to lose. Like I'm starting from
Hmm.
zero. Then we just go for it and see what happens. I don't really care. So that's what I did. I just took a risk, just on instincts basically, and just my assessment of yourself from your YouTube videos and from when I spoke to you on the phone.
And Mayor, so you're doing extremely well, right? Like, there's no doubt about that. But how can we get you to quit your job? Because I understand you, right? I'm also risk averse in the same way, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if you want to talk about this in this interview. I think it's valuable.
No,
Do you
no.
want to talk about it?
Yeah, we might as well share if I can help other people. Why not?
Okay. So how can we get you to quit your job? Because you don't have to. We can't force you, right?
Yeah,
It's your own business. You can do whatever you want. But how do we get you to do this full time? Because if you're doing 40 collected
yeah,
in a
man.
month,
Yeah,
like part time, that's crazy, man. It should not even
man.
be happening, right? So how can we get you to do it full time?
So basically, I need to have 6 months' wages, 4 to 6 months' wages banked in my account.
Okay.
That's my thing, right? So I've done really well this month.
Sure.
Um, so that would help to it. So it's like that
So
state.
is this just for the audience? Is this your only good month then? Is this your
Yeah.
first? It
Well.
is
No. Last month I've done 10K.
10. All right.
10K. But
All right.
yeah, but 10K. If I kept at 10K, then this month 10K, then it wouldn't. I need to be making around 20K minimum every month, in
Yep.
my opinion, in order for me to quit in 6 months, because I need to have a certain amount of bank, you could say, in order to support
I
my
think
family.
you also started hiring like almost immediately. Like you have people on sales already. That's like
Yeah,
unthinkable almost.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I
So
think that's where a lot of the profit goes to, right?
yeah,
Because we're what you really need is the profit, right? Because your profit margin is good for someone who has a lot of stuff outsourced, and I think you're on track right now to build a 7-figure business. Like you actually have a lot of systems in place. By the
okay,
way, that you're
okay,
talking about it based on what you've told me to build a
okay,
7-figure agency already,
yeah,
and you're doing it part time. It's crazy, man. Because I'm supposed to tell people that you shouldn't do it like this, and you do need to do it full time, but you're doing
yeah,
it part time, which
yeah,
which makes me wonder what the hell are you going to do when you do it full time. That's what makes that's why
yeah.
I'm saying this.
I guess so. Like I guess I do. I think I do. From just listening, I just soaked up all the information that's on the instructor calls, on the Facebook groups, listen to everybody, right, and just try to execute on that. So,
I think in 6 months we're gonna have this call again, which,
Yeah.
like when people grow from 40 to 80, for example, right? Then it's worth doing the call again. I think it's going to be in 6 months. And then you're going to say, man, I wish I did the business full time sooner because it's so obvious now.
Yeah, but then
It'll happen.
it,
It won't be the first interview like this. All right.
but it's like,
Yeah.
sorry, go for it.
No. It's like, no, it's fine. Whatever you think you can share, it's fine.
No, it's like you're on a catch-22, right? Where you kind of have you kind of know what to do. Now I know what to do, but then it's just like because you haven't done it before, and it's like what if this happens? So it's kind of like sabotaging thinking. I don't know if that's the term to use, but it's like I've got like family and stuff, and I can't just like be without money for a
Makes
month. I
sense.
can't.
Sure. Makes sense.
But I
So for anyone watching this, the reason we're sharing this, okay, it's very personal for Mayur. So I'm, let's be thankful that he wants to share this personal stuff with us. The reason we're sharing this with you is that even if you think like this, which is not like, oh, I'll do anything right now, quit all my jobs, even if that's not you, even if you have a family, even if you're like, you have limited time to invest in business, it still works, of course, right? But it is going to be better once you do it full time. So that's what we're proving with Mayur here. He's not the only one. There's actually two people exactly like Mayur and Will. You guys are identical right now. So it's very interesting how that is going on. We'll start it after you, by the way. So, but anyway, cool. Well, thank you for sharing. It's very valuable. To anyone looking to join, go to businessmentor.com, businessmentor.com. Yes, that's correct. And yes, I'll see you on the inside, Mayur, on the calls. Thank you very much for your time.
No worries. Thank you, Alex. Take care.
Cheers.